Welcome to the April Kiln Unloading video. My name is Rachel, owner of the company Fields and Fire Company. And I am at a community studio, so I can't do a traditional kiln unloading video someday. But for now, I still like to show some of the things that I make, how I do them, how the glazes came out. So I'll be showing everything that I got out of the kiln in April. I was gone for 10 days in April, went back home to visit my dad. We spread my mom's ashes. So a little lighter of a load this month, but yeah, let's get into it. So these are two slab-built plates. And everything I'm showing today is in B mix. Laguna B mix fired to cone 6. So these are slab-built plates over a slump mold that I then decorated with Saks True Flow Underglaze. The royal purple, I will say, definitely was not as smooth in consistency as I would like. Bisqued that, and then used Mayco black stroke and coat, a silk screen, and some silk screen medium to paint on the mushroom decals. And I do have a short video with like a 1-minute tutorial on how I do that, which I can link below. Yeah, so pretty simple, kind of groovy. Oh, and over top is just Clay Art Center's zinc-free clear. Keeping going with some of the simpler hand-built stuff, these are two business card holders. So I rolled out a slab and then did a texture roller down each side, and then kind of flipped it in over on itself, upturned this little end, and attached it on the back. So this is Coyote Night Sky, yes, this is Coyote Night Sky, which is kind of a green-gray celadon, and it pools in the recessed areas and shows a little bit of like a blue crystallization. This is Coyote's Passion Red, which I thought was going to be a little more like a celadon. I think it certainly does things in texture, but it is fairly opaque. It's not translucent, I would say. But certainly a pretty color, just a very, not quite bright scarlet, a little more subdued than that, but close. And then this one I did in a different style. I think it's better to hold like a picture or something like that. It's a little more like a little, I don't know, little prop stand. I'm planning on using it at my markets to hold my QR code so people can scan and find my socials. And this is with Coyote's eggplant glaze, which is really interesting. I think eggplant is honestly a perfect name for this because it's green in the areas where it's a little thinner and purple in the areas where it's thicker. It's also I wouldn't say it's matte, it's more satin. It's actually shiny where it's thin and then gets a little matter where it's thick on that purple. Pretty cool. I also did my first sake set this month with 4 little cups. I got the other 2 over here. I actually threw off the hump for these, which was a first for me. And they came out pretty good, I think. They're cute and almost the same size. As for the glazes, this is Coyote Pam's Blue. And I have found that it is really hard to photograph this blue. It's kind of like brown where it's thin, and where it's thicker, it turns into this frosty, like textured blue color. And it's very subtle. But in when you're looking at it, you can see it, but it's hard to capture on camera. Here's this one, maybe you can see it a little better. On the inside is Coyote's unicorn horn, right? That's a Coyote glaze, right? Yes. Coyote's unicorn horn, which at cone 6 definitely goes pretty pale, almost a white. And I did get a tiny bit of pinholing down there at the bottom, but it is almost unnoticeable. Next up is the last two mugs in my Zodiac line set, which I showed off, I think, 8 of them in last month's Kiln Unloading video. Here's Sagittarius. This is Pam's Blue again, which really I was kind of using as a dark brown with just some hints of the blue in there. I will say this is a Honey Flux band, 2 coats Honey Flux, and then Pam's Blue, 2 coats on top. And the Honey Flux on top of Pam's Blue made this really pretty, like Arctic, sort of snowy blue color, which I like. And on the inside, I used Mayco's, is that macadamia? Oh, this is Sandstone. Mayco's Sandstone. Because I wanted like a light brown, and I didn't have a light brown without the speckles in it. But, I think I don't know if these crystal glazes are the best for insides of mugs. I think they would look better in bowls, maybe. But yeah. And this transfer came in a sheet of the zodiac signs from Sandbao, SANBAO.com. Cool. Here is the last one of the set. This is Libra, Virgo. This is Virgo. The glaze here is Coyote Peach Blush. Coyote Peach Blush. Again, with Honey Flux band up here. And on the inside is Coyote's Honeydew. So I really like those two colors together. That super light peachy color and the almost like seafoam honeydew on the inside. I will say, unfortunately, this one developed a crack on the bottom. So this will be just a for show piece. I'll probably keep it on my shelf until I decide that I'm bored of staring at it. I only went through with firing it. This had shown by the bisque stage, and I only went through with firing it because it was part of a set, and I really wanted to be able to take pictures and show off the entire astrology set. So, it is what it is. I am very proud of myself at how I matched. So this is an underglaze that I put on here on the emblem, and look how perfectly that matches the glaze. This underglaze was like a Mayco Fundamentals, or Foundations Fundamentals, whatever their underglaze line is, like a white person skin color. I think they called it nude. It was nude pink. Anyway, very similar. I was pretty happy with that. Okay, so I also, this month, for the first time, tried out the peacock glaze technique. If you've never heard of the peacock glaze technique, it is essentially applying U's or double U's of a flux. So like I did this from instructions off of Mayco's website. So Mayco light flux in some U's, and then dots of glaze in the little dips of the U's and then a glaze all over. So this one is U's of light flux and then dots of Spectrum's really red are these red dots, and then the deeper dots are, I believe, Spectrum brick red. So really red and brick red, not Spectrum, sorry, Coyote. The all over glaze is Spectrum reactive red, which did drip a lot. So I'm very happy that I left all of this unglazed. So, I mean, I think the dripping came out really cool, but if I had done it to the bottom, I 100% this would have stuck to the shelf. I think that the reactive red did kind of run more than I wanted it to, so some of this looks very thin. It is totally glazed. It didn't like craze or anything, or not craze, but crawl. But yeah, so there she is. Pretty happy with that. I liked that form a lot too. I was very happy with how this form came out. I also did a set of mixing bowls. So I have this one and a slightly larger one that looks the same. And this is also the peacock glaze technique, again, with U's of light flux. And then I did one row of honey flux, thinking that those were going to be fairly similar. I was wrong. They're not. Learning. So, and then the dots in this one are Thalassophile Blue by Penguin Pottery. And this deep red is Unicorn by Penguin Pottery that normally comes out a lot more like a vibrant pink, but and then all over on the bottom is Mayco Shipwreck, and all over everything else is Amaco Oatmeal. And then here is a band of oatmeal and then Shipwreck on top. So pretty happy with those. Anyway, so yeah, that's all I have to show this month. Again, it was like more like a 2/3 of a month for me. April is my birthday month, so went back and spent time with family. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this valuable, maybe found your next favorite glaze combo. You know, do this, subscribe and like and whatever. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.